A swift retreat. Satisfied?
What do you mean?
Those who turned from Yevon died, while the faithful live on.
The past 10 years have changed you, I see.
You do not look so well. But now, more than ever, you must be the people's strength, their confidence. Anyone else would be expected to show their sorrow. But you are a summoner. You are Spira's hope. Until sin is defeated, you must not relent. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Are you afraid? Yuna, take me as your pillar of strength, as Yunalesca had her Lord Zeon. Lady Yuna, until next we meet, farewell.
Sin is Jecht.
Yeah. For a while there, I thought I could feel him. But that doesn't mean I believe you.
Sin is Jecht. He came here for you.
So he killed all those people just for a chance to see me?
That's what Sin does. He wanted to show that to you. Do you know why?
How am I supposed to know?
So you would kill him. As long as he is Sin, Jecht will keep killing. He wants you to stop him.
You gotta be kidding. How do you know all of this anyway? I'm not done talking to you! Don't you run away!
You're the one running.
I'm made up, but the way it turned out... I guess the summoner.
Hey, you two! Hurry up!
She's awfully cheerful.
In dark times, she must be. She must shine bright.
Huh?
Now are dark times. Yuna tries hard.
We should help her then.
If we worry, she tries harder. Do not frown.
Don't worry, be happy.
Kimahri try too.
Smile, let me see. Sad.
I'll take you all on!
Farewell. No time to waste. Let's go. Enough. No time to waste. Let's go.
how much longer till Zanarkand?
Still a ways.
First down the Moonflow to the Guado city of Guadosalam. Then we cross the Thunder Plains to the Temple of Macalania.
Oh, boy.
And before that, we get to pray at the temple in Jose.
We can't just skip all that, can we? Huh?
I have to pray to the faith in every temple in order to earn the final Aeon.
That's a summoner's training. She's got to prepare mind and body, all just to get ready for the final summoning.
Must be tough, Yuna.
I'll be fine with you here.
Hey, new...
Me?
Who else?
What can I do for you, boss?
Don't tell Yuna you know about Sin and Jecht.
Huh?
You know her. She would distance herself from you. We do not want that.
I see. I think. Yeah, but even if I did say something, no one believed me, you know?
Yuna would.
Ah, you have a point. Come to think of it, did I really have to know about Jecht? What about my feelings?
Better than you finding out at a critical moment, becoming emotional.
What? Me? Emotional?
I heard you were quite the crybaby.
Yeah, maybe when I was a kid. Maybe even a little now. Just a little. Hey, I still don't buy your story, you hear? Whoa!
Yuna, it is good to see you and your companions are well.
Yourselves as well, Captain. We were worried. Praise be to Yevon.
We escaped with our lives, but our troops were decimated.
Of all our chocobos, only this one made it. We make pretty poor chocobo-mounted forces without chocobos.
We turned our backs on the teachings and cast away our faith. This is our just reward. So many died.
Is that the Jose Temple? Awesome!
The Lightning Mushroom Rock. It only opens when a summoner is addressing the faith.
That means another summoner's already in there.
Another summoner?
What if it's Donna?
We have to hurry.
Right! In we go!
I beg your pardon, but may I ask your name?
I am Summoner Yuna, from the Isle of Besaid.
As I thought. The daughter of Lord Braska. You have the look of your father.
My father? You knew him?
No, I have never met the man. Ah, my apologies. I am Isaru. I am a summoner, like you.
I'm Pase. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Maroda. I'm guarding my big brother here.
Since I was a child, I've always looked up to Lord Braska. I wished I would someday become a high summoner like he was. You must have some of your father's talent in you. I believe you might someday defeat Sin.
I'm not really. I've only just become a summoner.
Of course, I've no intention of losing either. So perhaps we should race to see who can defeat Sin first, no?
Very well then. I accept your challenge.
Isaru!
Yuna, I beg your leave. Good luck to both of us.
Yes.
Hey, you.
Me?
You are Yuna's guardian, no? Moroda's heard a curious rumor. I thought you should know.
I heard it from those crusaders. Seems that summoners have been going out on pilgrimage and just disappearing.
It could just be the fiends got them, but not so many so quickly.
Sorry I don't know more, but watch your back. Ain't much future for a guardian without a summoner, eh?
What? What y'all talking about?
We're talking about doing your job as a guardian.
Hey, I'm doing good. Right, big brother?
Please be careful.
Will do. Passe!
Oh, what?
We're leaving!
Be right there. See ya!
The Cloister of
All right, Guardians, at attention.
We are ready.
All right, let's do it. We wait here.
You should try to settle.
Well, well, you again. Still traveling with quite the crowd, I see. What is it, Bartello? You know this riffraff?
You are... Arin, no?
What of it?
Can I shake your hand? Arin. No, Sir Arin. You're the reason I became a Guardian. Thank you, sir. This means so much to me.
Calling the personal guardian to Lord Braska riffraff?
And you call yourself a summoner?
Yeesh. Bartello, enough. Get back here.
Hang in there, buddy. Eh?
Quite the show, yeah?
Pick spot. Shut up.
Stop pacing around. Be calm.
I swear, I'll never watch...
Please, touch me with that. How much longer? She sure is taking...
You should try to settle down.
Not all summoners are... Not all summoners are...
You owe much to your father. All these guardians. And Sir Arin too? And I hear Maester Seymour's quite taken with you. The world must look different when you're the daughter of Lord Braska.
This has nothing to do with my father. I'm traveling on my own, as a full-fledged summoner.
Oh, is that so? Then try standing on your own two legs for once. Your guardians won't be able to protect you when the time comes.
She was working until healing the wounded.
Okay. Ah. Morning.
What? Morning?
Don't worry.
But it's morning. I'm so sorry. I'll get ready right away. Just a moment.
Don't worry.
Yo, sleepyhead.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
Really, there's no rush. Here, your hair.
A summoner with bad hair. What's the world coming to?
You could have woken me up.
We called to you, but with all that snoring.
What is it today? Everyone's picking on me. You too, Sir Auron?
Once Lady Yuna fixes her hair, we leave.
I hadn't really laughed like that in a long time. It was only later that I realized. The only one really laughing then was me. Laughing must have been the only thing keeping them going.
Off so early?
Lady Yuna, you...
I feel that I have... Will you be...
Yes. First,
once we find chocobos, our mounted forces will ride again.
Huh? Aren't you missing someone?
Captain! Wait for me!
What took you so long? We're leaving.
You expect me to keep up with a chocobo?
Lady Yuna, I wish you good fortune. Elma, Clasco, let's go.
Ma'am.
Hey, can I just rest a sec?
No complaints.
Where to next?
We cross the Moonflow.
Gotcha. Moonflow, baby, here we come.
Good day, everyone. We can all learn. Only the truly faithful.
Go, go, go! Take that!
Summoner Yuna, ready. My name's Yuna. Pleased to meet you.
Need a light?
My turn!
Please.
Look! One of Kimahri's friends looks just like him.
What?
Both follow summoners on all fours. Hornless goatlings. Hornless! Hornless!
You come to insult Kimahri?
Wrong. We come to warn, little. Summoners disappear. Next will be poor Kimahri. Pitiful Kimahri. Howl alone. Howl alone.
Do those two got something against you? What? They were just picking on you?
Kimahri will deal with them.
And I'll help.
Kimahri alone.
But,
It's Kimahri's problem. We can't interfere. It's a rule.
I'm worried.
Let the Ronso deal with Ronso problems, yeah? That's how it's always been.
I mean, I'm worried about those summoners disappearing.
They aren't just disappearing into thin air.
hey, if we Guardians do our job, no problem, right?
Oh.
Confident.
Yeah.
Ha ha!
Let's see.
Sweet dreams! Yeah! Thank you very much!
My turn. Mend us.
So you need someone with magic skills. Everyone, look sharp.
Go, go, go! I'm on a roll!
We meet again. I heard you took part in You've seen that Machina are. In the end, only summoners can hope.
You are right.
I can help with that. I propose a contest of Ea.
I'm ready.
That's the spirit. I have healed. Call whichever Aeon you want. Don't hold anything back. Still wet behind the ear. Here, your... Study you.
That's how it's done.
Whoa!
This is the Moonflow.
These are moon lilies. They say that clouds of fireflies gather here when night falls.
The entire river glows like a sea of stars.
Really? Hey, I got an idea!
We're not waiting till nightfall.
Then, once we beat Sin, we're coming back.
Hey, we better hurry or we'll miss the Shoe Puff.
Shoe Puff? That's some kind of boat? What the? Whoa!
This is a Shoe Puff.
Whoa! Let's ride! Come on, let's go!
All right, we bought Awaka.
Oh,
Shoepuff!
What?
Well, just remember?
Shoepuff shook. Shoepuff scoop up Yuna. Yuna jump in 3 more times. Kimahri.
Whoops.
Yuna had fun. Biran is troublemaker. Summoners disappearing.
Right.
Years ago. Jack saw his first surprised.
Why?
He was drunk. We offered all the money. Jack never drank it. But it would seem that Shoepuff
No, I don't.
Please, we beg of you.
Impossible.
What's wrong?
This guy won't let our chocobo on the Shoepuff.
Ah, it is kind of big.
It's just not.
He.
So what? We just.
Hey, I didn't say that.
It is no good. We will find a ford where we.
Yes, Captain, sir.
But that.
Where there's a will.
Oh.
That's our cap.
Yeah.
Where there's a will, there's a way. Those words stayed with me. I wonder how Captain Lucille is doing.
Riding a
How little you know. Some things little boys...
Right?
Let the driver...
like to hear it? Would you like... Very well. There are many things we do not... For example, what does it eat? The water it sucks through its schnoz somehow... Some theorize it eats... And that is this...
Rides. All up. You pop.
Hey.
Huh?
Take a look.
What? Whoa! A sunken city.
A Machina city, 1,000 years old. They built the city on top of bridges across a river.
But the weight of the city caused the bridges to collapse, and it all sank to the bottom.
Right, it's a good lesson.
A lesson?
Yeah. Why build a city over a river, yeah?
Well, it would be convenient with all that water there.
Nope, that's not why. They just wanted to prove they could defy the laws of nature.
I'm not so sure about that.
Yevon has taught us. When humans have power, they seek to use it. If you don't stop them, they go too far, yeah?
Yeah, but don't you use Machina too? Like the stadium and stuff, right?
Yevon, it decides which Machina we may use and which we may not.
So what kind of Machina may we not use then?
Remember Operation Mi'ihen? That kind.
Or war will rage again.
War?
More than 1,000 years ago, mankind waged war using Machina to kill.
They kept building more and more powerful Machina.
They made weapons so powerful, it was thought they could destroy the entire world.
The people feared that Spira would be destroyed.
But the war did not stop.
What happened then?
Sin came, and it destroyed the cities and their Machina.
The war ended, and our reward was sin.
So, sin's our punishment for letting things get out of hand, eh?
Man, that's rough.
Yeah, it is.
But it's not like the Machina are bad.
Only as bad as their users.
It's because of people like the Al Bhed screwing everything up.
What could that be?
Sit down.
Sorry!
The Al Bhed! Yuna! We'll save you!
Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine.
Those Al Bhed.
Is everybody okay?
I'm sorry. We're all okay now.
Yuna.
Super full speed ahead.
Damn the Al Bhed! What do they want from us? Could it have something to do with Luca? What are they after Yuna for? Wait, they're mad they lost the tournament. Oh wait, they're mad about Operation Mi'ihen.
I wonder. Didn't Kamari's clansmen say something? About summoners disappearing?
So the Al Bhed are behind that. Those sandblasted grease monkeys.
Hey, Wakka. It's no use complaining about the Al Bhed now, right? We'll protect Yuna from anyone, anywhere. It's that easy. That's all I need to know.
Well, I guess so.
You're right.
Might be more out.
Kimari Vale is...
Awaka.
Guard Yuna.
You're not dead? Huh?
Thought I was done for back there.
Riku! You're Riku! Hey! You're okay! How you been?
Terrible.
Yeah, you don't look so good. What happened?
You beat me up, remember?
Huh? Oh, that Machina? That was you?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that really hurt, you know. You big meanie.
Wait, but you attacked us!
Nuh-uh, it's not exactly what you think.
Yo! Friend of yours.
And you could say that.
Pleased to meet ya. I'm Riku.
Yuna? Lulu? I told you about her, remember? She was the one who helped me before I was washed up on Besaid. She's an Albed.
Wow, so you like all your life. Praise be to... So, you look a little beat up. You okay?
Waka.
Huh? What?
There's something we...
Oh.
Girls only. Boys, please wait over there.
Right. Sorry, Waka.
Huh? What? Ah.
Sir Orin, I would like
Show me your face.
Huh?
Look at me.
Oh, okay.
Open your eyes. As I thought.
No good?
Are you certain?
100%. So, anyway, can I?
If Yuna wishes it.
Yes,
Riku's a good girl. She helped me a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm for it. The more the merrier.
Righto! Then I'll just have to be the merriest.
It was strange. Even though Waka had always hated the Albed,
Riku, at your service.
he never realized Riku was one of them.
wonder what's in... You should know, I'm scary when I get mad. I'm gonna use that...
What did you just do?
That! I can combine items. It's not that tough.
More of us means less of them.
So who's next?
Piece of cake!
We have been expecting you, Lady Yuna. Welcome to Guado Salam. This way, milady. This way.
Me?
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Oh, I beg your pardon. I am called Trommel Guado. I am in the direct service of our leader, the great Seymour Guado. Lord Seymour has very important business with Lady Yuna.
Business with me?
Whatever could it be, I wonder?
Please, come inside the manor. All will be explained. Of course, your friends are also welcome.
Twist our arms, why don't you? Ah, I almost forgot. What'd you do?
To hear about the Far. The Far Plane's the place where they're quite the phenomenon. The Owl Bed have a theory, you know. They say, but only the dead appear. It's a great... Maybe the dead. And that little... Or maybe not. And the... Care to hear... They may be called fireflies, but they aren't really flies, you see. They're those lights you see whenever a fiend dies. The little fellows are responsible for a few fantastic phenomena. Visions of the past, spheres, fiends. In fact, fireflies, the dreams of the... and the... or maybe... and...
It seems that Maester Seymour has returned to Guado Salam. He's young, but he deserves our respect.
This way, please. This way, please. I will go inform Lord...
There's no temple here in... Summoners usually just pass... What?
I didn't even ask a question and you're...
You'd rather I say...
No. Maybe you finally believe... And maybe that means...
Well, there are many things I do... You're Zanarkand. I suppose I can't say... Still, you shouldn't tell...
Yeah, I know.
Stay on your guard.
Why? This guy's just pretty...
Those with power, maesters, have...
Wait, you sure you don't have...
I lived a long time in Zanarkand.
Ah.
I get the feeling he...
Kimahri not like Mr. Seymour.
Shh. What could it be?
Truly, it is good to have guests again. Since Lord Jyscal passed away, these halls have been too quiet.
The death of Lord Jyscal was a great loss for all of Spira.
Was this Maester Jyscal really such a great guy?
He brought the teachings of Yevon to the grotto. He was truly a great man.
Truly a loss for us all. But now a new leader, Lord Seymour, has come. Lord Seymour, he will be the time. But that is not... Lord Seymour, he will surely become the shining star.
That is enough, Trummel. Must I always endure such praise? Welcome!
You wanted to see me?
Please, make yourselves at home. There's no rush.
Please keep this short. Yuna must rush.
Pardon me. It has been a long time since I had guests. Lady Yuna, this way. This sphere is a reconstruction created from the thoughts of the dead that wander the far.
Zanarkand?
Correct. Zanarkand, as it looked 1,000 years ago. The great and wondrous Machina city, Zanarkand. She once lived in this metropolis.
She who? Lady Yunalesca!
She was the first person to defeat Sin. and save the world from its ravages. And you have inherited her name.
It was my father who named me.
Lord Braska was entrusting you with a great task. He wanted you to face sin as Lady Yunalesca did. However, Lady Yunalesca did not save the world alone. To defeat the undefeatable sin, it took an unbreakable bond of love, of the kind that binds two hearts for eternity.
Wow, your face is beet red.
You okay?
He asked me to marry him.
You serious? Hey!
You know what Yuna must do.
Of course. Lady Yuna. No, all summoners are charged with bringing peace to Spira. But this means more than just defeating sin. She must ease the suffering of all Spira. She must be a leader for the people. I proposed to Lady Yuna as a Maester of Yevon.
Spira is no playhouse. A moment's diversion may amuse an audience, but it changes nothing.
Even so, the actors must play their parts. There's no need to answer right away. Please, think it over.
We will do so then. We leave.
Lady Yuna, I await your favorable reply. Why are you still here, sir? I beg your pardon. We Guado are keen to the scent of the far plain.
Yuna, the High Summoner's daughter. Seymour, the leader of the Guado. Married in the name of Yevon, overcoming the barriers of race. It would give Spira something cheery to talk about for a change.
Sounds just like a passing daydream, like Auron says.
Come on, let's just get on with the pilgrimage. I mean, marriage?
Jealous?
What? No way. We gotta defeat sin. Romance can wait.
You sure picked a fine time to lay this one on us.
Maybe it is a fine time.
You serious?
If my getting married would help Spira, if it would make people happy, if I could do that for people, maybe I should do what I can. I never imagined doing anything like this, but I won't answer till I know what's right.
Seriously?
You could always just quit your pilgrimage and get married.
I will. Go on. I'm sure that Lord Seymour will understand.
I guess so.
I am a summoner. I must fight and defeat sin.
Like Braska before you.
I had to stop myself from shouting. What's there to think about?
I'm going to the far plane. I'm going to see my father and think on this.
Go on. We'll be right behind you.
I wondered why none of the others ever asked Yuna. Do you love Seymour? Do you even like him?
Ah! Thank ye.
Wait.